So I moved to Canada in 2016. I was really shocked when I first moved to Canada because moving here, it was something that was completely out of proportion. It's shocking.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking. I've seen so many people die. I have to go to a memorial right after this. It makes you feel all kinds of different emotions, frustrated, sad. It makes me question the work that I'm doing. Is it enough?
I've lost lots of friends, lots and lots and lots of friends, still do. It's a thing I see happen all the time. One of my best friends died 2 weeks ago, so it's very common. It's an epidemic for sure.
It kind of becomes numbing after a while, right? You hear it and it's not even surprising anymore just because you hear so many people dying out there, and not even just my friends, but my boyfriend's friends and even my mom's friends beforehand. Like, it's been happening for a while now, but it seems to just be getting worse. Like, more and more people are dying, right?
You know, it's ruined my life. Like, yeah, it's... If I look at like where I started, like I was young. Like the first time I was in rehab, I was really young. I think I actually made it to rehab my first time when I was about 15, 16, 16 probably. And it was in Ontario. It's pretty lonely doing that stuff. Like, you definitely lose all your friends.
I'm Catherine Campbell, a nurse with PHS Healthcare, and I've been a nurse for 8 years.
I'm Robert. I'm clean for 2.5 years now. I have been given back my ability to play music and to enjoy my life, and the program has helped.
I'm Danica, age 20. I'm an artist and I've been clean for 2.5 years.
I'm Dirk Utsia. I'm a family physician at Ravensong Community Health Centre.
My name's Jen. I live in Vancouver right now. I'm from Toronto. I've done like different jobs. I've done lots of different things. I have lots of friends and family and stuff that I've had throughout my life.
So I was a family physician in Scotland, and I was a methadone prescriber for 5 years. So when I moved to Canada and I became aware of the opioid crisis, becoming involved in Boost seemed like a natural thing for me to do, because I had some experience in quality improvement, and I was also an experienced prescriber for opiate agonist therapy. So I felt that my skills could certainly help within the team. We know that people who aren't engaged in treatment or people who stop treatment are the people who are at highest risk of death from overdose. So we do a daily spreadsheet where we identify people whose prescriptions are running out. We make sure if they haven't been for their appointments, we phone them. We try to help them to feel supported because we want to keep them on treatment.
You know, that is one tangible thing that we can do, is doing those follow-ups with people, because it's now more than ever more important that we're following up and that we're keeping people on OAT, that if they drop off, that we try to get them back to the clinic and get them back on, because of the fact that people are dying so easily. But now it's more critical that we keep people engaged, because their next hit, they could die. Engaging in doing follow-ups, calling them into the clinic is now more important than ever. So it's been great to be a part of the Boost Project to encourage us to do that.
Well, it shows if somebody cares enough to actually call you. Anytime that I have ever missed a dose, it's not even a receptionist that calls me, it's actually Dr. Coates, and that's an amazing thing, because I've never had a doctor that does that. It's usually his assistant or somebody that'll call me, and he'll walk it through with me why I missed it and if I'm okay, and it makes a huge difference. It really does. It was surprising at first. It makes me feel good. It really does make me feel good.
We just get a call and he'll say, oh, how are you doing? Is everything okay? Say if we forgot our appointment or something, right? And then we could say, oh, we'll give him a day we're free, and he would kind of work around his schedule just for us, right? And that makes us feel really good, right? Being treated like a person, that kind of follows around that, right? You don't feel like they're gonna kick you off the program, or they're gonna treat you bad for it, or make you feel awkward, right?
The staff are decent. They provide basic needs stuff as well, right? So I come and get my dose, which is super important for me, because I know if I'm not getting that, then I'm out. You know, I'm using, so that in itself, you have to kind of do it every day in order for it to be effective. So that in itself is motivation for me, because I actually want to be clean.
So I think one of the biggest advantages of the Boost collaborative has been to get the different teams together and get us all talking about what's worked well for us, how we've managed to engage clients, keep them engaged, and also share approaches and new approaches to how we prescribe and how we help to get people on treatment. And we've engaged more people in treatment, and more options are becoming available in terms of treatment.
For the people who stayed on the program and it's working, they're seeing changes in their lives. They're like I was saying earlier, they're able to focus on other things. They don't have to worry about trying to get drugs. Some people are going back to school. They're re-engaging in relationships with family and friends, and finding stable housing, like all of those things.
I would say that it feels awesome to be clean finally, and you gain your energy back, which is awesome. And life now is wake up, watch TV, make some breakfast, play with the cat, hang out with Rob. He does his guitar, I do hula hooping. I'm kind of like a performance dancey type thing. So now we're on to kind of treating our bodies better, right? Like no opiate whatsoever. The next goal is to get a job, hopefully, or go to school.
I live on a farm. We live around animals. I live with people that I like. I have everything that I dreamt about at night when I was sleeping outside. I go to my mom's house all the time. I'm able to see them. I have people that actually love me. I have the opportunity to do as I please and what I want now, and that was never an option before. Before, I'd look at the situation of where I was going to go after, and it had been so long since I'd had any form of a normal life that I couldn't really see that life coming to me. And after it did, it just kind of blossomed from it. Everything was so organic that it created a proper living situation for me through going to the system and doing everything I was supposed to. And I've had no fallbacks, actually, the whole way through.
Thank you, and yeah, just thank you for being people and awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. You probably saved my life.
People, are grateful. Like even if the person's yelling at them, when somebody's yelling at you saying like, fuck you, they're really saying, thank you so much, you've really helped me. And they just need to remember that.